And joining us now on Miami Life is Dariel Gomez. You saw him in Terry's story. He is not only a senior at FIU, but he's also the Miami-Dade organizer for the American Civil Liberties Union of Florida, and obviously they're at the campus protests. Dariel, are students nervous about this?
Yes, very. The FIU community, both students and faculty, have a lot of concerns about this agreement because what it does is that it deputizes our campus police to act as ICE agents, and it creates a culture of fear and surveillance in our community. We were not consulted, neither the students nor the faculty, when the administration made this decision. And many of us only found out actually because the Miami Herald published an article about it. So
the campus police say they're just doing this to keep the students safe. You buying that?
No, I don't, because if that were true, they would be more transparent with how they're going to execute this agreement. We don't know which police officers are going to act as immigration agents, and we don't know how they're going to go about actually questioning students for their immigration status. So if they were more transparent with the answers, it would be easier to believe that. As
we all know, immigration policy has changed a whole lot since Donald Trump went back to the White House. How much of a concern does that create there on campus that ICE and the FIU police will be there actually racially profiling students?
Yeah, there's a huge concern about that actually, because this particular program, the 287G program, is expanding throughout our state. And every time that we see this agreement take place, we see increases in illegal racial profiling. We see increases in false arrests, including that of a U.S. citizen here in our state. Who's to say that at a university with so many immigrant students like FIU, that won't also happen to us?
I guess the big concern here, obviously for the students, is can you finish your education? There's also been talk maybe that students who have earned scholarships might lose those scholarships because of the changing immigration policy. So how are students reacting to this? Are you hearing some students talk about transferring?
Yes, I am, and I know many students personally who are unable to continue and complete their education. And what I would like everyone to know is that these are hard-working students. They work harder than any of us to earn their spot at our university. International is our middle name, and we have always prided ourselves in being a safe haven for students across the globe to come and earn their education. And this agreement and changing immigration policy is threatening that.
Obviously, this would not only affect the students potentially, but also their parents or other relatives. How much talk is there about that?
Yeah, there is a lot of conversation about that. I'll give you an example. For example, there are students who are concerned about whether or not they can invite their relatives to their graduation ceremonies because police there that are going to be unidentifiable might be conducting immigration enforcement. And this is one of the most significant moments in our lives, and the fact that we had to have a conversation about if our family can be there is just heartbreaking and very scary.
The flip side, I can hear some people saying, well, you know, look, if you're here illegally, you shouldn't be, you should be forced to go. Your response to that would be?
I have 2 points to make. First of all, there are students who are losing their status, their legal status, arbitrarily and rapidly. We've seen the rescinding of TPS, people are losing humanitarian parole, people are losing their student visas. So they came in the legal route and they are also affected. And also, like I mentioned, this doesn't only affect immigrants because anybody, especially at a school like FIU, could be subject to illegal racial profiling and being falsely detained.
You had this protest the same day that Jeanette Nunez was officially named as the president. We know, of course, of her strong ties to Governor Ron DeSantis and his hardline stance on immigration. Does this feel like a fait accompli to you that she was installed there to carry out some master plan?
So my perspective on our new president is that she is a newcomer to our FIU community. And she has the responsibility to listen to the community, especially regarding this vastly unpopular decision. It's a summer semester, and we had students show up at 8 in the morning to protest about this. We had a town hall that was packed just 2 weeks ago discussing this, and I think regardless of her political affiliation, being our new president, she's here now. And we're willing to work with her, but she needs to listen to our concerns and actually address them, which she has not been able to do up to now.
Okay, well, let's hope that conversation continues and that something is resolved so that you and many other students there can further your education. And as an aside, you told me that you're thinking about becoming an immigration lawyer. It seems as though maybe this cause has inspired you to perhaps find your vocation.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I grew up here in South Florida. We all know immigrants. We all know people that are being affected right now. And I'm dedicating myself to do everything I can to protect the people that I love and that raised me.
Dariel, I appreciate you being here at Miami Live.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Thank you for this opportunity.
For sure.